Not everyone who knocks deserves to be let back in. Some doors must stay closed, not out of hate, but out of wisdom. A Stoic doesn't give second chances to those who turned respect into ruin. Forgiveness is a virtue, but access is a privilege. And once it's broken, some people must remain on the outside. 1. The one who betrayed your trust. Trust is a sacred currency in any relationship. Once broken, it's difficult to rebuild, and sometimes it shouldn't be. When someone betrays your trust, they've shown you their values, that your loyalty was disposable and your faith was a game. Betrayal is never accidental. It's a calculated decision that reveals someone's true nature. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone does wrong, it is your own mind that permits the injury to last." A Stoic recognizes this, not by retaliating, but by removing their presence from the offender's reach. Forgiveness doesn't mean allowing the same person to betray you again. You can forgive for your own peace and still shut the door permanently. Giving a second chance to someone who betrayed you is like giving them a second arrow while you're still bleeding from the first. Your trust is precious. Don't offer it to those who mishandle it. 2. The one who repeatedly lies are not slips of the tongue. They are conscious choices meant to deceive, distort, and control. A person who repeatedly lies to you isn't just hiding the truth. They're reshaping your reality. Epictetus once said, "How long will you wait before you demand the best for yourself?" A Stoic holds truth as a fundamental pillar of inner peace. When someone breaks that pillar over and over, they're not just lying, they're corroding your mental clarity and peace of mind. Each lie chips away at trust until nothing remains but doubt and suspicion. And suspicion is poison to peace. Stoicism teaches us not to attach our well-being to external instability. Liars thrive on the benefit of the doubt. Deny it to them. Trust is earned once, not repeatedly. The second time someone lies, they've already shown you their pattern, and patterns speak louder than apologies. 3. The one who used you. Some people only come around when they need something, from your time, your energy, your resources. When they're done taking, they vanish. These people see you as a tool, not a person. Seneca advised, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Users don't improve you. They extract from you. They disguise their presence as companionship, but leave behind emotional debt. You give, hoping it's mutual, only to realize they were tallying benefits. To a Stoic, relationships are built on virtue and reciprocity, not transactions. When you feel emotionally exhausted after every interaction, it's not connection, it's extraction. Users often return, not because they've changed, but because you gave them easy access. Protect your peace like a fortress. Stop being available to people who only remember you when they're empty. They never respected your worth, only your usefulness. Let their absence echo louder than your past generosity. 4. The one who publicly humiliated you. Words can be weapons, especially when used in front of others to diminish your dignity. Public humiliation isn't a mistake. It's a demonstration of power and disregard. When someone mocks or belittles you in front of others, they're not just being careless. They're consciously lowering your worth to elevate their ego. Stoicism teaches composure in chaos, but it also teaches self-respect. Seneca said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." But adversity doesn't mean enduring intentional cruelty. The Stoic doesn't entertain people who sharpen their tongues to draw blood. People who publicly humiliate you once are likely to do it again, especially if they face no consequences. A genuine mistake seeks private amends. Public disrespect demands public distance. You are not an audience to someone else's ego show. Withdraw. Reclaim your dignity with silence. 5. The one who manipulates through guilt. Guilt is a powerful tool in the hands of manipulators. They'll make you feel selfish for setting boundaries, heartless for choosing peace, and wrong for doing what's right for you. Stoics know that emotions are to be observed, not obeyed. Manipulators thrive by using your empathy against you. They twist narratives until your clarity becomes confusion. You find yourself apologizing for things you didn't do, just to keep the peace. But peace built on guilt is just control, wearing a mask. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think, or do, only what you do." A Stoic separates real remorse from emotional blackmail. They identify manipulation, not through words, but through how those words make them feel. If someone constantly makes you feel like you're not enough, unless you bend to their will, that's not love, it's control. And control should never be rewarded with a second chance. 6. The one who disrespected your boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. They're the framework of self-respect. When someone disrespects your boundaries, they're telling you that your comfort, values, and limits don't matter. You've likely communicated them clearly, yet they test them anyway. Not because they didn't understand, but because they didn't care. Stoicism values discipline and awareness. A Stoic honors their own space, both mental and emotional. People who violate boundaries once and are forgiven tend to see your flexibility as weakness. They push a little further next time, and a little more, until you're no longer living your truth, but theirs. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Stop wasting life justifying your lines in the sand. If they can't respect your boundaries, they don't respect you. Don't explain. Enforce, and walk away if you must. 7. The one who ghosted you. Ghosting is emotional cruelty masked as avoidance. It's a silent way of saying, you're not worth an explanation. When someone disappears without a word, they deny you closure, clarity, and dignity. A Stoic understands that silence can be louder than insults. It tells you everything you need to know about how little they value your presence. People who ghost you lack maturity. They escape responsibility under the illusion of simplicity. But vanishing creates emotional confusion. It lingers like an unanswered question. The Stoic does not chase silence. Marcus Aurelius taught, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Their absence is an outside event. Your peace lies in your response. Closure comes not from them, but from your decision to move forward. Don't beg for answers from people who didn't respect your worth. Their silence is your permission to rise above. 8. The one who took you for granted. Consistency should never be mistaken for obligation. When you give endlessly, your time, love, energy, and they come to expect it without appreciation, they've started to take you for granted. These people don't see your efforts as a gift, but as a routine. They believe you'll always be there, no matter how little they give in return. That entitlement is a red flag. Stoicism values balance and intention. Seneca wrote, "A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver." When your giving is no longer met with gratitude, it becomes servitude. People who take you for granted must experience your absence to understand your presence. You're not cold for stepping back. You're wise. A Stoic doesn't demand recognition. They remove themselves when respect is no longer mutual. Let them feel the void they created. 9. The one who played the victim. After hurting you, Some people will hurt you and then cry louder than you. They twist the narrative so convincingly that suddenly you're the villain in their story. Stoicism teaches clarity of mind, and that means seeing through the drama. Marcus Aurelius urged us to never be overheard complaining, even to yourself. Complaining isn't stoic, but false victimhood is manipulation. Those who hurt you and then seek pity aren't remorseful. They're image managers. They don't want to fix the damage. They want to look innocent. It's psychological warfare. Confuse you into submission, guilt trip you into silence. But the Stoic doesn't engage in that theater. You do not need to defend yourself against lies. Simply walk away. Truth stands on its own. Don't fight shadows. Let them perform for an audience you no longer care to entertain. 10. The one who pretended to change, but didn't. Apologies are easy. Change is difficult. Some people come back with sweet words and promises, only to repeat the same cycle once they're comfortable again. They don't return because they've changed. They return because they want what you gave. A Stoic observes actions, not declarations. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." Someone who truly changes will show it through effort, consistency, and humility, not dramatic claims. The Stoic doesn't fall for rehearsed remorse. They look for real growth. If you give second chances to people who only perform change, you become part of the pattern. And patterns are prisons. Your peace is sacred. Guard it with discernment. Close the chapter, even if they beg to rewrite it. A lesson repeated is a lesson not learned. Closing thought. Forgiveness is for your peace. Access is for the deserving. And some people are better left outside the walls of your well-defended mind. A Stoic doesn't hate. They detach. And in detachment, they find freedom. Subscribe for more powerful Stoicism and psychology. Comment Stoic if you agree.